for this session will be steering a new nation, arcs of leadership in post-colonial India. Rather than making it more theoretical, I thought that I will make it more narrative style. It'll go in a storyline from first Prime Minister, that was Jawaharlal Nehru ji, to present day Modi ji. So I'll discuss the prime ministers who ruled over India from 1947 to 2025 and the qualities of their leadership. So when we talk about leadership, being prime minister, that especially India, there are three things which make whether they are strong leaders or they are weak leaders. First one is the external condition. Second one is the internal condition. Third one is the individuality. So what is external condition? External condition is the international situation or condition existing during the time of the prime ministership, and how he or she handles that external situation. Second is internal condition. In internal condition, one is the party politics, the power struggle which happens inside the party, as well as the pressure from the opposition party. This is one thing. Second thing in this is the popular perception which exists among the people of the country. I will explain this in detail when I'm talking about each prime minister. Third thing is individuality of a leader. So being a leader, how much risk he or she can take, whether they are capable of taking risky decision, capable of implementing it. Basing on that, people judge whether that prime minister is powerful or not powerful. This is true with Indian condition. So these are the three things which matter. One is the external condition. Second thing is the internal condition. Third thing is the individuality or individual capacity of a leader. Let us start with Jawaharlal Nehru. So we got independence in 1947 on August 15th. Jawaharlal Nehru was declared as the prime minister because election took place in 1951 and 52. So there was an interim government which was in existence during 1947. So Jawaharlal Nehru was chosen the head of the interim government in 1947. Before that, India was divided into Pakistan and India. So Pakistan and India, Pakistan got its independence on August 14th, night 11 o'clock, 57 minutes. India got its independence around 12 o'clock, 2 minutes or 12 o'clock, 3 minutes. So in the history of the world, if you see any two countries which became independent within the gap of 5 minutes, I think it is only India and Pakistan. That time there was no Bangladesh. It was East and West Pakistan and India. This was a situation when Nehru became prime minister of this country. So when Nehru became prime minister of this country, now we need to see what was the internal situation, what was the external situation, what decisions he took as a leader. So externally, from 1945 onwards, there was Cold War between USSR and USA. So the whole world was divided into two blocks. One was affiliating with USA, that was NATO, and the another group affiliated with USSR, the present day Russia, was Warsaw. But India, Indonesia, Egypt, these countries thought that we should have an independent foreign policy, and they decided that they will not join any of the bloc, and they will have a non-aligned, they will remain as a non-aligned country. That's where the non-aligned movement started. Nehru took leadership in this. So India, usually when you have to become a powerful leader or a powerful country, usually two things matter. One is the economy, second one is military. If your economically you are stronger and you are militarily stronger, then you are considered to be a powerful country. Then the leaders of such countries are considered to be powerful. But when India became independent, it was not the case. India was not economically powerful, nor militarily powerful, but it was the decision, the moral decisions, which made Nehru to be a prominent leader. So the international situation, the Cold War, and the decision which Nehru took, that they will remain non-aligned. They will not join any of the blocs, and they will take all the goods from both the blocs. They will be friendly with both the blocs, but they will not align with any of the blocs. So on a moral capacity, Nehru stood as a leader during that time. And what was the situation internally when Jawaharlal Nehru became Prime Minister in 1947? Economically, India's condition was like that, like before Britishers came into India, that was before 1602, India was contributing around 23% of world's GDP. So entire world's GDP, India's contribution was 23 to 24%. But when Britishers left India in 1947, India's contribution to the world got reduced to 3 to 4%. So nearly 19 to 20% of our GDP capacity or our resources were looted by the Britishers before India got its independence. Illiteracy rate was around 85%. Then there was an acute shortage of food. People were dying out of hunger. So economic condition was pathetic. Then if you see what was the political condition. So when the political condition was, Britishers ruled us for 200 years. That's why we decided constitutionally that we will have democracy, we will have parliamentary form of governance, we will adopt rule of law. This all we copied from the Britishers and decided that we will continue with this model after independence. Not that Britishers actually ruled us according to the parliamentary rules or democracy, but they, in their country, they had parliamentary democracy, they had rule of law. We thought that that can be adopted in India. Then when it comes to partition, please carefully listen to the figures what I am going to talk. When partition happened between India and Pakistan, especially the Punjab, Kashmir region, here the Assam, Bengal region, 1,40,00,000 people were displaced. That means people from Pakistan, they came to India, or people from India went to Pakistan. 1,40,00,000 people, 140 million people were displaced. According to credible statistics, nearly 10 lakh people were killed. There was a communal violence between the Hindus and Muslims. 10 lakh people were killed. It was so brutal that the trains were blocked and people were simply killed in compartments of the train. They were put into a bag and sent to the other part of the border. That was the violence which happened during the period of partition. Then what about the bureaucracy? See, in all the highest posts, it was the Britishers who occupied those posts, like what you call today the DC post or regional commissioner post. All these posts were occupied by the Britishers. And the middle level jobs, like what you call the managers, all these kind of middle level jobs. After partition, the British higher officers who were working in various departments, they left to Britain. And the people who were working in the middle level, they left to Pakistan. So the remaining, the lower level jobs which the Indians were doing were only left. That means there was a huge crisis of skilled laborers, managers, and the people who could manage the entire departments. Then with regard to the princely states, when India became independent, there were around 565 princely states. In that 565, 552 states, princely states, came to India, and 13 princely states went to Pakistan. So in 552 princely states, they were need to be integrated with India. When Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel took the charge of the Department of State, he called his secretary, that was VP Menon, and told him that this is a crucial exercise, that we need to integrate these princely states because it consisted of 40% of the territory of India. Otherwise, whatever the independence we have got from the Britishers will go in vain. So we need to integrate all these states together. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Britishers have given you freedom in terms of defense, communication, and external affairs. So now, if you can I start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Britishers have given you freedom, not the complete freedom, but a sort of freedom in case of defense, communication, and external affairs. Those freedoms will be given to you. Now, I request you, he's talking to the kings and princes from the princely state. So he assured them that one thing is that you will be made Raj Pramukhs, the post of governor today. Earlier, during the time of independence, they were called as Raja Pramukh. So you will be assured with the Raja Pramukh. Then we will give you Privy Purse. That means a fixed amount of money will be given to you for your maintenance. Then freedom will be given to you on these aspects. And he asked them to contribute to the preparation of the constitution, the exercise of which became more vigorous after independence. So, out of 552 states, by and large, except three, all the princely states joined the Indian Union by signing the accession accord. And thanks to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel for convincing Lord Mountbatten that he should appeal during his speech that the princely states should join the Indian Union. He also did so in his speech that convinced many of the princely states to join the Indian Union. But three states did not join. That was Junagadh, Hyderabad, and Kashmir. I'm not going into the details of those cases. If you ask me question, that time I'll go into the detail. In Junagadh, they had Nawab. In Hyderabad, they had Nizam. In Kashmir, there was Raja Hari Singh. They were all confused whether to join India or remain independent or to join with Pakistan. Junagadh and Hyderabad thought that they will join Pakistan. And Junagadh actually joined Pakistan. Then there was a military action in Junagadh, and Junagadh finally surrendered and joined the Indian Union. Same case with Hyderabad. Hyderabad Nizam thought that actually to join with Pakistan, but Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel thought that if the Hyderabad joins Pakistan, it will be an ulcer inside the heart of India. So we need to stop Hyderabad being joining from Pakistan. So there was a police action, quote unquote, in the Hyderabad region. And finally, the Hyderabad region surrendered and Hyderabad became an integral part of India. When it comes to Kashmir, this is a case I'll talk a bit more because you will be having doubt why it remained to be a problem. So, Kashmir, what happened was Raja Hari Singh, when India got independence, Britishers gave three options to all the princely state princes that you can join the Indian Union by signing the accession accord, or you can join Pakistan by signing accession accord with Pakistan, or you can remain independent. And told both India and Pakistan that if in case somebody wants to remain independent, if you go and attack, then it will be considered as an act of aggression, and we will help those states to defend themselves. So that was the case. So Raja Hari Singh was thinking what to do. He wanted to remain by and large independent. But Pakistan had other plan. Pakistan by 1947 October, we got independence in August. By October, Pakistan decided that we will attack Kashmir and we will capture Kashmir. So using the tribal people, actually it is the military, the people who took leave from the Pakistani army, they went in disguise in the tribal dresses and they attacked the Kashmir army. Rajendra Singh was the general of Kashmiri army who defended Kashmir being taken over by Pakistan. Actually, he fought in Baramulla for more than 48 hours, which actually helped India to regain Kashmir. So when actually Pakistanis attacked Kashmir and they came to Baramulla region, what happened was Raja Hari Singh got panicked and he sent a letter to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Nehru that he want to sign the accession accord and become part of India. Then he actually sought the help, military help from India to defend against the Pakistan. But from here, the letter went and we told them that we cannot help you if you are not the integral part of India, we cannot send any military help to you. That's why he agreed to be part of India by signing the accession accord, and he did so on October 25th. There is some disturbance.
Somebody unmute, sir. Madhali Irava.
I think he's traveling and he wants to disturb the lecture also. So actually on October 25th, 1947, Raja Hari Singh signed accession accord, and the Indian army was sent to Kashmir in 48 hours. And there was a fight between the tribal group, so-called tribal group, and the Indian army. It was a time. So it is somebody, Madanalli.
ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತು ಊರಿಗೆ ಆರಾಮ್ರೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ಊಟ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲೇ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇತ್ತ
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಾದಳ್ಳಿ ಇರ್ರವ್ವ ತಿಪ್ಪಣ್ಣ
ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಗೀತು ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅಕ್ಕರ್ ಮಗ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಾಗ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿತ್ತು ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ವಾಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನಿನ ಹಬ್ಬ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಹಾಲ್ ಅವಾಗಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಆ ಅಕ್ಕ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸ್ತಷ್ಟೇ ಆ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ವಾಕ್ 5:30 ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗನ ಹತ್ರ ಅದೇ ಹಂಗೆ ಇರದ ಈಗ ನಾವು ರಜೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗುದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಶನಿವಾರ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೋಮವಾರ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ ಶನಿವಾರ ಹೋಗೋದು ಸೋಮವಾರ
ನಿಮ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಊರೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾನ ನಾನ ಒಬ್ಳೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಅವ ಹಬ್ಬ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಶ್ರಾವಣ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಯಾರೋ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ನಮಗ ಸರ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
I hope I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Audible.
So it was on October 25th, Raja Hari Singh decided that he will join the Indian Union, and he signed accession accord. And there was a fight between the tribal groups and the Indian army. But in reality, it was between the Pakistan army and the Indian army. During this time, actually, it was Lord Mountbatten who suggested Jawaharlal Nehru to take this matter to the UNO. He told him that if you take this matter to UNO, here Pakistan is a clear aggressor. So it has violated the rules. When it has violated the rules which Pakistan has agreed, then UNO will come in favor of India, and as Raja Hari Singh has signed the treaty, Kashmir in entirety will become the part of India. And Nehru took this suggestion seriously and went to the UNO. On All India Radio in 1947 December, he declared that the Kashmir matter will be placed before UNO. UNO declared a ceasefire between India and Pakistan and set up its own peacekeeping force in between the India-Pakistan army. That line is called LOC, line of control. That is the border what we recognize today. This was created like this. Then United Nations told both the states that Pakistan army, which is in the disguise of tribal group, needs to come out of Kashmir, and the Indian army can keep the army to such a level that the law and order in the Kashmir can be maintained. So the minimum army needs to be kept in Kashmir. Then we will conduct a plebiscite. That means we will conduct voting of the Kashmiri people, and the Kashmiri people will decide whether Jammu Kashmir people will decide whether they are going to be part of India or they want to go to Pakistan. This was the reason which the decision which was taken in the UNO. Now the question is, it was a clear-cut aggression from Pakistan. Then the Kashmiri king Raja Hari Singh has signed the accession accord. Then the UNO should have given the judgment saying that Kashmir is in entirety is part of India. But now the UNO is saying that the Pakistan has to remove its army, India has to reduce its force. Once there is a peace, they will conduct plebiscite. This is an interesting stance which the UNO took. This stance UNO took because of the role played by Britain, USA, Belgium. These countries, they played politics during that time, and the problem remains till today. So aggressor was given a clean sheet, and the problem was kept alive to be burning till today. So this was the situation of Kashmir. Then during Jawaharlal Nehru's period, there were two wars which took place. One was in the 1947 October, the war which I quoted now with regard to Kashmir. Then there was another war which happened in 1962 with China. When I talk about China's story, I need to go a bit backwards, because it was in 1920s around, there was a fight between the communist groups and the existing government in China. That time it was not called China, but let us say that it was China. So there was a fight between the communist groups and the government. In 1948, it came to a situation where the communist forces which were fighting against the government under the leadership of Mao Zedong won the civil war, and they established their government in China. And the ruling government, the leaders of the ruling government, they ran away from China and they settled in Formosa. What is Formosa? Can anyone tell me today what it is called as?
Sir, East Timor.
No. The Formosa, there is a fight between China today. China always says that that country is an integral part of China. Today or tomorrow, they will capture that part. What is that part
Taiwan.
is called as?
Taiwan. Sir.
Taiwan is, yeah. Taiwan is the part which was earlier called Formosa. And the leaders who were the ruling party leaders actually ran away to Formosa. That's present day called as Taiwan. So the fight between Taiwan and China exists from that time. Then what happened was, Nehru quickly realized that China is a big country and a powerful country. So we need to have a peaceful relationship with China. So India in the beginning only recognized China as an independent country. Even the most of the European states did not do so. It was India which recognized communist China's leadership and said that it is an independent country. And in 1954, there was a Panchashila agreement between India and China. In 1955, when the Bandung conference took place in Indonesia, it was India under the leadership of Nehru took China to the conference and made African countries and the Eastern countries to recognize China as the independent state. And after that, there was something called Hindi Chini Bai Bai and all. But where the problem started? Problem started in two accounts. One is that there was no clear demarcated border between India and China. What happened was in 1914, there is something called Simla Agreement. I'm not talking about 1972 Simla Agreement. I'm talking about 1914 Simla Agreement. There were three parties. One was the British India. Another one was Tibetan representation. And the third one was the representatives sent from China, the Chinese government, which was ruling at that time in 1914. Finally, they said that they demarcated the border between India and China, where there was a Johnson line. Then again in this thing, there was a McMahon line, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim. On this border, there was McMahon line. Come to Ladakh, there was Johnson line. This was recognized as a border of India and China. But once the agreement took place, that needs to be authorized, accented by the, means agreed by the respective governments. That means the representatives took part in the meeting and agreed for something. That proposal needs to be agreed by the respective governments. So the Tibetan government agreed for it. British Indian government agreed for it, but Chinese government did not agree for it. They said that Arunachal Pradesh is also Chinese territory. Ladakh is also a part of Chinese territory. So, adding to this, in Tibet, which China claimed it to be its own territory, later on they acquired it also, the rule of His Holiness Dalai Lama. Chinese, after independence, 1948, later periods, they started creating a lot of troubles in Tibet. And in 1956, Dalai Lama visited India and he requested the Indian government that he will stay in India. But fearing it will disturb the relation between India and China, Indian government sent him back to Tibet. But in 1959, what His Holiness Dalai Lama did was, along with his thousands of disciples, he came running from Tibet to India. And in Himachal Pradesh, Dharmashala, he stood and sought the help of India, and he wanted to be given shelter in India. It was a very difficult situation for the Nehru's government because they knew that it is going to spoil the China's relation. But Nehru government did not want it to sacrifice the age-old traditional relationship with Tibetan government. So Nehru government gave shelter to His Holiness Dalai Lama in Dharmashala, which is located in present-day Himachal Pradesh. So this annoyed China, and China directly made an allegation against India saying that you are sheltering my enemy. That means indirectly you want to create trouble inside China. So these were the two reasons. One is there was no settled border which was agreed between China and India. Second is the case of His Holiness Dalai Lama. So this was the situation. In 1959, Chu Enlai, the premier of China, came to India and made an offer to Jawaharlal Nehru saying that, see, if you give us the Ladakh, if you give us the region of Ladakh, we will hand over the Arunachal Pradesh to you. But Jawaharlal Nehru knew clearly that the people of India always thought and believed that Arunachal Pradesh and Ladakh are the integral part of India. As Raja Hari Singh has signed Treaty of Accession of Accord, so legally the entire region of Kashmir, Jammu, Kashmir, Ladakh belongs to India. So he did not want to play with the popular perception of the people. He did not agree for it. Then the defense minister of Nehru's government was Krishna Menon. He started something called forward policy. So China was building infrastructure near the border. China was making military moves across the border. So Krishna Menon thought that we will have forward policy. What is forward policy? A contingency of soldiers will go to the border. They will go and they will actively do some exercise by shooting bullets or something. There is an active exercise in the forward area and they will come back. He thought that that will scare Chinese so that they will not do any adventure of crossing the border. But actually this irritated China's military more. And they decided in 1962 that they will cross the border. And they came in the region of Ladakh as well as in Nathula Pass in near Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. Actually, Indian Army with its .303 gun could not fight against the Chinese army. And a lot of documents show that when they came to Arunachal Pradesh, they came inside the Arunachal Pradesh and asked the Arunachalis that, see, you are not being defended by the Indian army. Why can't you join China? We will defend you. But Arunachalis already saw what happened to their brothers in Tibet. So they knew that if China rules over Arunachal Pradesh, they will lose their culture and religious identity. That's why they did not agree. Then there was a ceasefire. Everybody thinks that suddenly China declared ceasefire. But that was not the case. Actually, Jawaharlal Nehru wrote a letter to US President John F. Kennedy saying that he needs Air Force and military supports and all the equipment support in order to fight against China. Actually, the intelligence report says that the northeastern border areas were used by CIA, Central Intelligence Agency of America, to look into the activities of China in Tibet. So they were also using some of the military equipments. So China thought that, which John F. Kennedy happily agreed, China thought that if US enters into the war, then it is going to be disastrous. So it is better to declare a ceasefire and keep the land whatever is being acquired. So almost 13,000 square kilometers of land in Ladakh region were acquired by the Chinese. So this was the situation under which Jawaharlal Nehru became Prime Minister, took decisions. So he started with moral leadership, which clicked in the international stage. But when India lost war against China in 1962, his moral stature actually collapsed. Because in reality, they thought that India is a weak country compared to China. They could not defend their territory. So, highly acclaimed leadership became questionable after 1962 war. This treacherous act of China haunted Jawaharlal Nehru for another 2 years, and 1964, Jawaharlal Nehru died. After Jawaharlal Nehru, it was Gurjari Lal Nanda who became the interim Prime Minister of India. When Gurjari Lal Nanda was the interim Prime Minister of India, there were two people who were fighting for power. That was Kamaraj, was a popular leader in Tamil Nadu and became Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, and a powerful party leader in Congress party. And Morarji Desai was also a powerful leader in Congress. Both of them wanted to become Prime Minister. So two persons cannot become Prime Minister. Then they thought that we will have a neutral candidate, so that who will be agreeable to both of us. And they found such an agreeable person was Lal Bahadur Shastri. Lal Bahadur Shastri became the Prime Minister in 1965. Now the sentence I am going to make, you are going to fight against me. Still I am going to say, Lal Bahadur Shastri, when he became Prime Minister, party was controlled by Kamaraj, was a powerful leader. So Lal Bahadur Shastri could not go against Kamaraj, nor in the government he did not have control over the government, because in the cabinet he had Morarji Desai as the minister. So in the cabinet, taking a strong decision was difficult. In the party, taking a strong decision was difficult, because there it was Kamaraj, here it was Morarji Desai. Then the boon in disguise came when Pakistan thought that it will attack India. In 1965, Pakistan thought that it will attack India for 2-3 reasons. One reason is, in 1962 war, India lost against China. So the Indian military morale would have gone down. So this is the right time to attack. Second thing is, a strong leader like Jawaharlal Nehru is no more, and a weak leader like Lal Bahadur Shastri, who is sitting in power. So it will be easy for us to capture Kashmir. So they attacked Kashmir. When they attacked Kashmir, it was a golden moment for Lal Bahadur Shastri, who gave a call for Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Many of our family members or the people around us till today, on Monday afternoon or Monday night, they won't eat, not because of the religious reasons. It is because for the nation. Because it was Lal Bahadur Shastri who asked that if you sacrifice food, because there was an acute shortage of food during that time. So if you sacrifice food in a single day or a single time, it will help the Indian military. So Indian military successfully fought against Pakistan, and there was a ceasefire. And there was an agreement, there was reconciliation between India and Pakistan in Tashkent in USSR. But this war made Lal Bahadur Shastri as one of the strongest leaders of India. That's what I told you, that internal situation, external situation, and personality of an individual. So here it is the external situation, and the decision taken by Lal Bahadur Shastri proved him to be a strong leader. Otherwise, the internal condition He was completely controlled by Kamraj in the Congress party, and in the cabinet it was Morarji Desai. Then in 1966, Tashkent Shastriji died. After that, again Gurjari Lal Nanda became the interim prime minister. Now, this was the time Kamraj thought that now let us not compromise. Let me play a different ball game altogether. Let me bring in Srimati Indira Gandhi, who was in Indian National Congress from 1958-59. And she knows international relation because she always accompanied her father in all his foreign trips. She has seen closely the party and the government, but she is not strong enough to counter me. So it is better for me to appoint Srimati Indira Gandhi as the prime minister, because the opposition party means not the Janasangh, which is present day BJP or any other party. Opposition party, what he means was Morarji Desai. They cannot say no to this because she is the daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru. So he placed her candidature for the prime ministership. She was information and broadcasting minister in Lal Bahadur Shastri's cabinet, Srimati Indira Gandhi. So Kamraj proposed the name of Srimati Indira Gandhi and it was accepted. So when it comes to Indira Gandhi, let me divide her leadership into three phases. First phase is 1965 to 1969. She became prime minister in 1965-66 to 69, after the death of Lal Bahadur Shastri to 69. So when she became prime minister, as it was the situation for Lal Bahadur Shastri, same was the situation of Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi was completely powerless. It was Kamraj and Morarji Desai who managed things altogether. She got irritated, but she did not have any control over the party, nor in the government. To gain power, she got that situation in 1969. So from her initial prime ministership, which starts from 1966 to 69, Indira Gandhi was not powerful. She was being managed by other people, especially the Kamraj and his associates. So in 1969, there was a presidential election. In that, the Vice President of India, that was V.V. Giri, who said he will contest the election for presidentship. But the party high command under Kamaraj rejected his request and said that Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy will be the presidential candidate. V.V. Giri got annoyed and resigned to party membership and these things, and directly he contested to presidentship as an independent candidate. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy was the official candidate from Congress party for the president post. This was the time Srimati Indira Gandhi went around, because MPs have to vote for presidents. Even the legislative members also have to vote for the president candidate. So she went around India. Wherever she went, she did not say that you should vote for Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. What she told to Congress MLAs and MPs is that vote according to your conscience. People, MLAs and MPs, would not have understood what conscience they are actually having, whether to vote for Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy or V.V. Giri, but they knew what Indira Gandhi was thinking. So all of them, most of them voted for V.V. Giri, and V.V. Giri won the election. This was thought as a betrayal by the party high command, that was Kamraj, and Congress party president at the national level was Nijalingappa. who was Karnataka's chief minister earlier. So he was the party president. This matter was taken to the party committee, where Nilambu Sanjeeva Reddy, Nijalingappa, then Kamraj, all these people took a decision that they are going to remove Indira Gandhi from Congress party. So Indira Gandhi was dismissed from Congress party. Mark my word, Indira Gandhi was dismissed from Congress party. Then what Indira Gandhi did was, Indira Gandhi started Congress R. And sorry, Congress R was led by Indira Gandhi, and Kamraj led Congress was called Congress O. That means organization. When the election took place, most of the MLAs, MPs went with Congress R. They did not go with Congress O. That's why the Kamraj, Nilam Sanjeeva Reddy, Nijalingappas, the party Congress O collapsed. So she became a powerful leader. She got the control over the party. Now, how she became a popular leader? Like Lal Bahadur Shastri, Pakistan made an attempt to attack India again in 1971. That made Indira Gandhi more powerful. What happened? See, as I told you, when India became independent in 1947, there was East Pakistan and West Pakistan. Today, what we call West Bengal, we have West Bengal, but it is not in the western side. It is in the eastern side. Then why it is called West Bengal? Why? Because the Bengal which was existing was divided into two parts. The western part of Bengal is present day, it is in India. And the eastern part of Bengal, later in 1971, became Bangladesh. So there it was Mujibur Rahman who was leading the eastern Pakistan. So when the election took place in 1971, it was Zulfikar Ali Bhutto who won the election, but he won it in western part. In the eastern part, he lost the election. Means Mujibur Rahman won the election. So this annoyed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Even the military thought that this is not a good thing which is happening, though. So they started using forceful means in eastern Pakistan. Then there was agitation. It went to such an extent that lakhs of people started migrating to India. So migration became a huge problem. Then Srimati Indira Gandhi ordered the military to take action against the Pakistanis armed forces in Bangladesh, present-day Bangladesh or the eastern Bengal. Then Indian Army, joining with the Mukti Bahini group, fought against the Pakistanis army, and a new nation was created called Bangladesh. This was the time she became really powerful. External situation and the internal grip made her very, very popular. But again, in 1974, she thought that India should be a nuclear nation. So in 1974, May 9th, in Pokhran, nuclear experiment was conducted. So this was all going well. In 74 and 75, what happened was, two things happened. One thing is, there was famine and student agitation started in Gujarat Bihar for employment. So people agitation slowly started gaining popularity. Student went to Jayaprakash Narayan in Bihar and asked for his leadership. He said it should be a pan-India movement rather than it getting restricted to only to Bihar or Gujarat, which even the students also agreed, and it became a very popular movement. Adding to this, in 1971, after the war, when Srimati Indira Gandhi contested election, her opponent was Raj Narayan. He gave a complaint saying that she used the official machinery. That means the officers, the government jeeps, all these things were used by Srimati Indira Gandhi for the election purpose. So her candidature needs to be cancelled. Justice Sinha gave a judgment in 1975 that her candidature is cancelled. Then the matter was taken to Supreme Court. There, Krishna Dikshit, the judge, gave a judgment saying that she can be a parliament member, but she cannot sign on any of the documents, nor she can enjoy the real power. This actually irritated Srimati Indira Gandhi, and she gone in for emergency. So in 1975, in the month of June, emergency was declared. When emergency was declared, in order to fight against the government and its repressive rules, all the opposition parties, the communists, that time BJP was called Janasangh, all these parties came together and fought under the leadership of Jayaprakash Narayan. So in 1977, if I'm not wrong, it was in the month of March 21st or something, emergency was called back and there was election. When there was an election, people popularly voted for Janata Party. Janata Party was nothing but a mixture of communists, Janasangh people, that means BJP people, and all other parties which existed. They came together and formed Janata Party, and Morarji Desai became the Prime Minister of India in 1977. So from 1977 to 1979, India saw two prime ministers, that was Morarji Desai and Charan Singh. The major achievement of Morarji Desai was bringing in of 44th Amendment to the Constitution, where right to property was removed, then the fundamental rights were restored. So the 44th Amendment, the credit of it goes to Morarji Desai. During this time, Charan Singh was promised, he was the Deputy Prime Minister, he was promised that he will be made Prime Minister by the Congress, and said the Congress party will support him and he should remove his support to Morarji Desai government. Same time, Janata Party was a combination of all rightists and leftists. So there was a clash, ideological clash inside the Janata Party. So finally it broke away and Charan Singh became the Prime Minister. He is the only Prime Minister, I think he was the Prime Minister for around 20-21 days or something like that, who did not go to Parliament and resign before entering the Parliament or proving his majority in the Parliament. Morarji Desai resigned. And India went for election. And Srimati Indira Gandhi was re-elected. So she had another term till 1984. During this time, from 79-80 to 84, the major event which happened is that the non-alignment meeting took place in Delhi, where Cuban leader Fidel Castro came to India, and he took part in the non-alignment meeting. In 1984, Indian intelligence agencies clearly informed Srimati Indira Gandhi that because of the Operation Blue Star, which she conducted against Bhindranwale in the Golden Temple, agencies clearly told her that the Sikhs are annoyed with the operation. So there is all the possibility that there will be an attempt to your life. Even there was an intelligence report clearly told her that your own bodyguards might go against you. She did not take it seriously. In 1984, when she went to give interview to a BBC channel, when she came back, she was killed on the corridors by her own bodyguards. See, during this time, election took place after that. Because Indira Gandhi died, there was complete sympathy, and Rajiv Gandhi contested the election. In the entire election history of India, even till today, now we have around 543 seats, what totally 545, but 543 seats, there is election. When in 1984, there were 541 seats were there. Out of 541 seats, Rajiv Gandhi or the Congress party won 414 seats. You can see the sympathy working during Rajiv Gandhi's election. Rajiv Gandhi, being a prime minister, there are 2-3 things which are very important. One is there was again a border clash between India and China in 1986. After the clash, he made a visit to China in 1987 and had a pact with them. That was a major achievement of Rajiv Gandhi. Then there are 5 revolutions which he brought into India. That was telecommunication revolution, then literacy, immunization, fisheries, milk revolution. All these revolutions actually were the platform for the India to open up its economy. That means the process of globalization started during the period of Rajiv Gandhi. But there were certain controversies against Rajiv Gandhi. One is Bofors scam, which happened in 1987. Then Indian peacekeeping force was sent to Sri Lanka, which annoyed the LTT. And the LTT later in 1991 in Sri Perambuduru, Tamil Nadu, killed Rajiv Gandhi. When Rajiv Gandhi took power in 1984, there was a Bhopal gas tragedy where Union Carbide India Limited factory leaked some poisonous gases and people were killed. And the owner of the company was allowed to fly out of India. So in 1989, because of the allegations of Bofors scam, because of the allegations of Bhopal gas tragedy, all these things, Rajiv Gandhi could not win 1989 election. It was VP Singh who became prime minister. Actually, Chandrasekhar wanted to become prime minister, but VP Singh became the prime minister. And you all know that it was the Mandal Commission which he introduced, led to a student in Delhi University poured petrol on himself and lit himself, burnt himself. So there was a Mandal Commission controversy which happened in VP Singh period. Later on, the support given to VP Singh, because it was a coalition government, support given to VP Singh was removed. Then Chandrasekhar, with the support of Congress, came to power in 1990. When Sri Chandrasekhar came to power in 1990, India's economic condition was horrible. There was a Gulf War which was happening between USA and Iraq. India's situation was like that. It's like it did not had enough money to purchase oil. It went to such an extent that Chandrasekhar actually, a London-bound aeroplane was stopped, and gold biscuits were kept inside the plane and sent to Britain, and it was credited in the British bank, and money was got from Britain, and it was paid to all these Middle East countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE and all, and we got petrol from them. That was the economic condition during Chandrasekhar period. But there was a phone tapping case which annoyed Rajiv Gandhi. So he removed support to Chandrasekhar, and it was P.V. Narasimha Rao who came to power in 1991 to 1996. P.V. Narasimha Rao, being a socialist, actually introduced globalization, privatization, and liberalization, because on June 21st, he became the prime minister. On June 19th, I think it was his secretary, Subramaniam, gave him a letter which clearly showed that India is going to be bankrupt in another 15 days if proper measures are not being taken. Then he thought what to do. Finally, Manmohan Singh was appointed as finance minister, who was earlier the governor of RBI. So he was appointed as finance minister. He actually gave the suggestion of liberalization, privatization, and globalization. So inevitably, India was forced to go for liberalization, privatization, and globalization. So when it comes to P.V. Narasimha Rao, the two things are very important. One is having the border agreement between India and China, where it was decided that no armed patrol will be done between two armies. That was one thing he did. Second thing, very important thing, was globalization, privatization, and liberalization process. Now another 4 minutes is left. So I will summarize the whole thing. Then we have Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who became prime minister 3 terms. One was in 1996 for 13 days. Then it was in 1998 to 1999, 13 months. Then from 1999 to 2004. Major things during his time was, one was conducting of the nuclear experiment in Pokhran in 1998. And he visited Lahore through bus in 1998. And in 1999, there was a Kargil war between India and Pakistan. 2001, there was an Agra summit where India and Pakistan, India being represented by Vajpayee and Pakistan being represented by Pervez Musharraf, agreed to settle Kashmir issue. Later, it could not happen. In 2001, there was a parliament attack. So these were the things which proved the leadership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Then we have our own son of the soil, that is Sri H.D. Deve Gowda, becoming prime minister in 1996 to 97, who actually started Delhi Metro project. And to his credit, he had a border agreement with China, the second border agreement. And after H.D. Deve Gowda ji, we have I.K. Gujral, who became prime minister in 1997 to 1998. And he started the famous Gujral doctrine. After I.K. Gujral, again, it is the Atal Bihari Vajpayee period till 99 to 2004. Then from 2004 to 2014, almost 10 years, we have the period of Manmohan Singh. To his credit, we have National Rural Health Scheme, right to education, and Aadhaar card being introduced during his time. And we have Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Right to Information Act in 2005. All these things came during the period of Manmohan Singh. And there was a Bombay attack in 2008, which most of the people feel that he did not reciprocate or he did not act enough against Pakistan, because Pakistan came inside the Indian territory using the terrorist attack Bombay. After 2014, we have the prime ministership of Narendra Modi from 2014 to 2025. His handling of Pakistan relation and his handling of the world affairs. These are the two things, because with Pakistan in 2016, when there was Uri attack where 19 soldiers were killed, there was surgical strike. After that, in 2019, Pulwama attack, there was an airstrike against Pakistan. And 2025 in Pahalgam, when 26 people were being brutally killed, there was Operation Sindoor. So the way India treated Pakistan, the way India handled Pakistan completely changed during the prime ministership of Narendra Modi. And the way India started having relationship with the foreign countries also changed, because he started visiting even the smallest countries and trying to have agreement with those countries. Then his popular policies like Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Swachh Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwal Yojana, all these things are very popular and much discussed or hot debated decisions are demonetization decision, which took place in 2016, then abrogation of Article 370, then Farmers Bill, which he introduced in 2020, then 2019 Citizenship Amendment Act, or 2017 Triple Talaq ban. These are the much debated decisions which Narendra Modi took. So as I told you, if you see leadership across from Jawaharlal Nehru to Narendra Modi, you need to assess them from 3 points. One is the external condition at the international level, how it existed, how they handled it. Second is internal condition. Internal condition includes the hold over the party. Second is managing the public perception. Third thing is risk-taking capacity, the personality, how they handle the situation. This actually proves whether a leader is strong or not. With this, I end my lecture. Thank you. Thank you so much. Any questions? We can have it for 3 minutes.